Hello and welcome to the How to Exit podcast. Today I'm here with Aaron Muller. Aaron is a Inc. 500 entrepreneur and author of The Lifestyle Business Owner: How to Buy a Business, Grow Your Profits, and Make It Run Without You. Aaron runs LBO Academy, where he teaches people to buy a small business, make six figures, and work as little as 5 hours a week, becoming a lifestyle business owner. Welcome, Aaron. It's great to have you on the show today. So I always like to start with people like the origin story. Like, you were born, now you're here. Let's fill in that gap between. How did you get from, being you, doing your normal thing, and get into M&A and buying businesses and being a small business owner and what we refer to as acquisition entrepreneur?
hmm well, it starts out basically out of high school. I was in high school and I didn't want to go to college, so I figured I needed to come up with another plan and pretty much put it out there to my boss. At that time, I was washing trucks. It was a pressure washing and truck washing company. I put it out there to my boss that I wanted to do something on my own, and he offered to sell me half his company. This was on my junior year. Once I graduated, we had made the deal that I would buy half of his company, and that's what I did. I didn't go to college. I ended up learning that sales was my forte, and we built the business up pretty fast. I was a young kid, very, very ambitious. Then we got into a retail store. We said, "Hey, let's set up a retail store and start selling industrial equipment." And I always call that my 4-year college education. I learned how to fail, and I was funding that retail business with our profitable truck washing company. And at one point, I was like, "Hey," to my partner, "Hey, Rob, maybe we should sell our truck washing, our really good profitable business, and dump more money into this piece of shit," And so I said, but how do you sell a business? I was literally having this conversation on like a Friday. Okay. And this is no BS here. Monday morning, I come in and there's this envelope underneath my door. It says, to the owner, personal and confidential. And I was like, okay, this is kind of scary. And so I brought this thing into my office, and I'm like, opening up the envelope, and it says, "Have you ever considered selling your business?" And I'm like shocked, right? I'm like, okay, wait a minute, am I being like recorded? But this is in 1999, right? So
Right.
I mean, technology probably would have been these days, but anyways, it's just a random situation. I called the broker. He comes over. I kind of interviewed him. I wasn't sure if he was, very good, but he looked good. He drove a junky car, and I'm like, I'm just going to give this guy a shot to sell my business. And I had it on the market for like 6 months. One thing that I realized, when I was going through the process of buying a business, I happened to see how everybody did their process. And I saw all these like flaws in the process. And so what I wanted to do when I became a broker was give everybody, educate them really well, educate them. Don't try to sell them something that they don't need or that they wouldn't be a good fit for them. It's about matchmaking. It's about listening. That's the biggest problem. My question, I'll ask the question, like, what's your magic number? Like, what are you wanting for your business? Not like what's your business worth, but what are you wanting for it, right? I said, it won't change how I value your business. I just want to know if we're, once I do it, if we're going to be in the ballpark. A lot of times they won't give me that, or they'll, think it's worth, like you said, owners or sellers always think their business is worth, a lot more. But it's really important as a business broker, merger acquisitions, whatever you're doing, to educate. You are the expert, not that seller. Educate that person on why their business is not worth what they're asking, or what they really truly want. And you made the comment of like 80% of the businesses don't sell, and you're 100% right, especially in markets that don't have good brokers that will inflate, or they'll listen to the seller and just go whatever they want. It's called buying a listing. And basically, I'll walk away from 80 to 90% of the listings. I won't even take them on because I'll educate that person. I almost do a due diligence, my own little due diligence on that company before I even list it. So I have very, very good listings when I get them, because I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to BS people. And I'm just not interested in that anymore. when I'm selling, like I never sold houses, but
Mhm.
here's the difference between a person buying a house and a person buying a business, right? You gotta somebody walks into a house and they're like, "Oh, I don't like the colors of the walls," like I don't, I'm not gonna buy it, like, and we're all thinking, paint the damn walls, man. Uh,
Right.
but a business broker, or I'm not a business buyer, they'll go in and go, "Oh man, if I just change the color of the walls, I'm going to double the business," right? So they have a vision, and you have to have that vision and be constantly questioning your business. I do it every day. I go into companies and I see what people are doing better, and I sit there and go, okay, how can I enhance my business based on some things I've seen? And as a broker and seeing thousands of businesses a year, or not a year, but like through the years, it's like I've been able to really make my companies better by constantly wanting to try to be better, never thinking that I know everything, and knowing that there's things out there that are changing constantly, technology and everything else. But you have to be open to it. You can't be so just pig-headed when it comes to change and doing better just because you've been doing it for that many years, like you said.
You've been doing this for a while now. You've got a lot of stuff. Is there a particular reason you have a lot of stuff that's kind of centers around that auto area, or is that just what you fell into because that's kind of what you do? I'm looking at it because it's very profitable industry. It's actually a decent profit margins. I think they're kind of ripe for a decent roll up. So
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, other than just automotive, I like service companies because I have like a commercial pressure washing, commercial hood cleaning, truck washing company, and then I have a handful of auto shops and things like that, right? So um, I don't really, say I go towards just that. I go for service companies where you can't compare pricing, right? So luckily for Chom Chom Roller, we own the patent and the trademark and all that, right? So we were able to dominate a market. In the automotive business, I could be the most expensive shop in town, but be the busiest shop because as long as I'm giving the customer what they want, all the things that people are craving in America these days, service.
right.
It's as simple as that, really, good quality, but still, like, service is still like what people want, and be treated good and all that. You can dominate your industry.
Is there any other myths besides that the revenue multiple, like they should get 2 or 3x what their revenue is?
I think. I mean, honestly, I can't think of a myth of our industry other than that. Like just pricing. I mean, there's just to me, it's a lot of that. But that's what you're asking me, right? Is just a myth of the business brokerage world, the
Or
industry.
even in the acquisition entrepreneurship world, right? Like,
Okay, that all owners make a lot of money businesses. I mean, like that everybody's a millionaire that's a business owner. That you're profitable. Like I said, from day one, it's like these are all things that are untrue. I mean, business ownership is very risky and difficult, but extremely rewarding. And people that do it are so happy every time. And but they have to put in time. And even in my book, I say, you know what? I recommend that you spend at least 12 months in that business learning it inside and out before you become an absentee business owner.